Ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good night to you all. Thank you very much for joining us tonight for another episode of the Saudichress show. And thank you very much for waiting. We had a little technical issue a while ago, but thank God it is now sorted out. And so you have been waiting, and the reason why you are waiting is because you are so much interesting and have what would I say, a whole lot of interest to hear from our guest. And I must say to you, I am sure that you won't be surprised. It's good that you are waiting. The fact that you're here also, please hit the like button. And if you have not yet subscribed, please do so in an effort to help the Saudichress show. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome you again. And I want you to also help me, our special guest tonight. And who do you believe? Yes, it is Mrs. Megan Wilson-Copeland. Ladies and gentlemen, in my own words, I believe this lady is a top female coach in our Jamaica land we love. No doubt about it. If you find anybody else who can ride above that, please let me know. Miss Sis Megan Wilson, welcome to the Saudichress show. Thank you very much for coming. How are you this afternoon, or let's say tonight?
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for having me this evening. I'm doing well.
Very good, very good. And I'm sure, as much as you are very busy and tired, especially over this weekend, I'm sure that looking ahead, you have a lot of vibes and vigor, especially to the boys and girls champion. As customary here at the Saudichress show, I don't try to introduce my guests because based on the persons who I have here, not to mention tonight, I don't really want to leave any of your accolades out. And I don't want to say too much. But in short, could you just give us a brief profile of who Coach Copeland is?
Okay, good evening, viewers again. My name is Megan Wilson Copeland. I'm a teacher at the Alphansus Davis High School. I'm also the head coach of the track and field team for both males and females. I have been teaching at Spalding High, now Alphansus Davis High, for the past 15 years, and I have been coaching since 2010.
So you have been coaching since 2010. What we see
Yes,
now? 13 years.
yes, 13 years.
And throughout these 13 years, how many of these years you entered the Boys and Girls Championship? Are you are a coach at Boys and Girls Championship?
Well, since I have started, we have been going to the Boys and Girls Championship. Um, this I must say this is my first year coaching the boys because I started out with only the girls, coaching the girls.
So, hold on. This doesn't sound too easy at all. How do you manage coaching both boys and girls? I mean, when I look now in the high schools, especially the high schools that are doing well, we have the girl coach, different from the boys coach, and I mean the co-ed schools.
Well, what happened was the boys we had a boys team previously and we had a coach that was responsible for the team. However, he is no longer working at our institution. So for the past 4 years, we haven't had any boys being involved, like competing in track and field. So um, they keep on approaching me and asking if they could join the track team. And I made up my mind this year to start off with a few. And when we started out in September, I realized that the numbers have grown to about 10 to 15, almost 18 boys, along with probably the same amount of girls. So we just worked the program together. I outlined my objectives to them, and I think they understand to a point where I where I approach the whole coaching duties, and they knew that I am there alone. I started with them. I have two other coaches that help out with like the strength training, and we had some little girls that take part in the hurdles, class 4. So I will have them come in at least 2 times per week to help out with the program. But for the most part, I am there with almost 30 of them.
What a proud coach and
Yes.
brave coach. I would never try to take on a boys and girl team at the same time. But guess what? It is your situation, and people, before I even say anything else, there are a number of you right now on the platform, and we only have 3 or 4 likes. Please hit the like button. It doesn't take that. And I'm saying to you, if you have not yet subscribed, you will be unable to participate in the chat or even to hit the like button. So I guess some of you have not yet subscribed. And let me welcome you to all our first time viewers. And of course, welcome to our returning, ever faithful fans on the Saudichress show. Here we have Coach Megan Wilson-Copeland, the top female coach. And if you listen to her opening statements, there is no reason for us not to believe she is the top coach. If you don't mind, Megan Wilson, whatever name I call you, but this is what it is. How is it you manage as a teacher and a coach? The fact that you're coaching both teams now. How is the workload? How do you manage coaching and teaching?
Well, and I've tried to plan my daily activities, and I must also tell you that I am also the head of the physical education and sports department. So I'm responsible for all the teachers in my department. I would also mark their lesson plans, plan activities, and all of that stuff. So it's more than just teaching and coaching. But as I said, I have um, put together my schedule in terms of the different activities that we have to take part on a daily basis. So it's a routine thing, and if if I didn't felt like I could manage, I wouldn't have. But it's a small group,
Mhm.
and I think we're doing pretty well.
So good, so good. I'm hearing a little what would I say, disturbance in your background. I don't know if is there any application else open on the phone,
I
or
don't
you know
think so. I'm not sure.
and your battery is okay. Well, it goes and comes. Yes, that's fine now. Oh my God. I don't know, but there's a rumbling, something.
Yes, there's a feedback. I'm hearing that also. I'm not sure.
Let I wonder if my thing is no, and I don't have anything else up on my system. All right, I hope that it will go away at some point. I don't know. Can you just mute the phone and unmute again? Just mute it for a while.
Oh,
Let me see if that's it. Right, it gone now. So unmute now and see. Let's what happen.
I can still hear the
Yes. So it when it is muted, it's okay, but
I'm not hearing it anymore.
you're not hearing me.
When you open your mic, I can hear it, but I'm not hearing it.
Well, I'm not sure what's happening there, but let's see how. I'm not sure how terrible it is to the others, but yes, it is. It is a bit disturbing. All right, let me just ask you, coach, just to log off and log back in. Then let me see if that can correct the situation. Sometimes
Okay.
that is how it is. All right, thank you. All right, so as Coach Megan, yes, as she tried to sort out that issue with the sound, we just want to again highlight the top female coach, of course, in Jamaica, no doubt about that. And I've seen her people and jump in the chat. People, thank you very much for joining. And so much of you are here tonight. Thank you very much. And as you are here, please, in the meantime, hit the like button, people. Please, if you can't do that, that means you have not yet subscribed. So please subscribe. Just hit the subscribe button. It's free. Thank you very much. And the like button, which is good. So let me just take from the chat. So we have Champ Red 98. It's almost time. Yes, it's almost time. You were very early, and so you deserve a token to be early. We had a few glitches and we tried to sort it out. It was, and now we're having another audio issue. But thank God, we will sort it out with the help of, the technical abilities. And Holland, yes, good night, good night. The best female coach in Jamaica. Big up, my girl. You make us proud at Alphansus Davis. Oh, wow, I can imagine. Trust me, I am also proud of this brave, knowledgeable, and what would I say now? Well equipped coach. I've seen her work, it's bearing fruit. And of course, for those of you who have never met her and never know about her, you'll get a lot of her tonight on this Saudichress show. So yes, Paulette Davy, boy, it's just matter that I'm reading all these wonderful comments through text before Megan rejoined. But of course, let's do it. Best female coach. She coached my son. She's the best. Big up yourself. Hey, you see what happened, Polly? Polly, when parents are involved in their children academics or sports in activities, it's a wonderful. They are well motivated, and of course, it gives the teachers and the coaches quite a lot to look forward to. So keep the good work. Of course, you played a very important role. You are the mother, of course, so you know what it means. Champ Red again, she's the best coach any school could have. You know what happened? Me already crowned her the best female coach, So I'm not gonna go across. I don't know if you're looking at coach as coach or a female coach. I think she's the top female coach in our country. All right, Chiny, that's my coach. Boy, I tell you, thank you very much, Chiny, for joining and for sharing as well. I hope we continue as we are still awaiting Miss Copeland. But in the meantime, people, we just want to look because at the end of the day, we all recognize that we are moving towards the 2023 version of the Boys and Girls Championship. And by so doing, the preparation for these events, for this championship, is well on the way. We have seen most of these schools and teams represented at the Carifta Trials over the weekend. If you were at the Carifta Trials, you could give us a piece. And of course, we will see what happens. And we are back with Megan, who back and goes. But guess what? I'm sure that she will return. And wow, she will return for sure. So if you were at the Carifta Trials and, if you were at the GC Faster Classic, just tell us a little of what took place there. All of us could not have been at both places. So if you were at the GC Faster Classic, I have not heard much of the GC Faster Classic. But if you were there, please give us a little highlight of what took place. Many of us, I actually never watch live, but I watch the event. All right, on YouTube that was. So, Miss Megan is back with us. Can you hear me, Coach?
Yes.
All right, very good. So we are now noise redundant. We don't have any disturbance right now anymore. Thank you very much for your assistance. If you are your own technical person, big up yourself, Megan. If you have
Thank you.
around, big up him or big her up. So I put on screen, people. We just look at, a review of the 2023 Boys and Girls Championships that will, commence on March 28th through to April 1. So, tonight though, we're taking Megan, Coach Megan, along with her team, Alphansus Davis, going into the girls and boys champs. So we were looking at the fact that you coach, both teams and a teacher, HOD, massive, massive duties you pursue there down there in Spalding. And Megan, we're still getting a little glitch, but not as bad as before. I don't know what's happening with us tonight. But let me just read the chat, because there are so many nice comments that you miss. So you are the best coach a school can have. That's coming from Champs Red. Paulette said that you are also the coach of her son. And Shiny, that's my coach. We have Lynn Wilson. She is the best coach in Jamaica. Can't take that away from you. She have done a wonderful job. Samaya Bailey, best coach ever. And Wilson come back to say, also mother and a wife. Big up my sister. I tell you. And this Tisha Rowe, best coach ever. Karen Davy, best coach from day one. Thanks, Doc. So, thanks, Doc. That's one of your names, I suppose. Doc, right? All right. So, Silva Okani, best coach in the Caribbean. I'm telling you, listen, people, these are persons who know Megan quite well. And I am sure that for those of you who have not heard, you have questions you want to ask and you want to share. Yes, Megan, we're still having the sound issue, but I will try. If it is, hope it's not as bad as how it sounds to me on YouTube. So persons out there, let me know if you're having a terrible sound. Please just give us a thumbs up or state it to me. Please and thanks. Let we see how much we can help you. All right? You're hearing me clear, Megan?
It's kind of muffled, but it's not that bad.
Okay. Well, hopefully it will get better. All right. So, Megan, you heard those comments we talk about it. Oh, they're saying that the sound is very awful there, Megan. It's not as bad as before coming from Silver. But I really don't know because all right, let me just ask you one more time, Megan. Just mute it for me and let me see what's happening. Just mute your phone.
All right, so I'm going to mute it.
All right, now the sound gone. So the sound gone completely now. I'm not hearing any.
I can still hear you're speaking.
Yes, but what I'm saying, pardon? When you mute, the sound gone completely, meaning I'm not hearing the background noise, and I know I won't hear you. So it definitely seems like something,
It's the same for you. When you mute, I get it's quiet. Only when you speak, I hear.
So oh Lord. So we're having a challenge here. All right, people. So Megan going to fix again. Please. All right. I am alone now and set. Let me know how it sounds now. Are you still hearing that ruffles or feedback or noise in my background? Please just let me know. Put it in the chat. I want to know if you're hearing the muffles or those background noise that we had. I'm alone now, so I would like to hear if you have such a noise. I know it can be very terrible. It's annoying at times, but it seems like we shouldn't have this chat tonight, but just wait. The devil is a liar. All right. All right. When you say Silver, maybe it's a decide it's a device frequency trouble. Well, it seems like all right, frequency trouble probably. Are you still hearing while I'm alone? No, it's not. All right. That means it has to do with Megan's device. I hope that it can sort out people, because tonight I can tell you, I am so happy for you people. So far, you are doing well. Indeed, the devil is a liar. Of course, I'm telling you all the time. All right, so you're going on very good. You have been participating well. You have hit the likes. I'm sure that many of you have just subscribed, and I want to thank you very much for your subscription so far. I'm sure that many more persons are on the chat there. Very first time you joined the Saudichress show, and I want to say to you, thank you very much for joining, and thank you for those who have subscribed. Thank you if you have not yet done so, but please remember to do that. Remember to do so. So, as we're saying, and we continue to look at the preview of the Boys and Girls Championship, and people, especially for those of you who are coming from Alphansus Davis, if you want to come and give a few chat, if you want to ask a few questions live, I will give you permit. I will put the link in the chat, and you can join us for a little while, and then you go back off. All right. So I'm gonna place the link in the chat so you can come in and have yourself and participate, so to speak, in the conversation. All right. All right. So Megan is back again.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, I'm using an earphone. I'm using a different earphone.
All right. So it is good now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All
Mhm.
right. So, yes, Megan, I'm saying you're a super lady. You know, HOD, I know what that is all about. Um, you teach, you have a full, maybe Mr. Principal kind of ease off your timetable because of your workload. I understand that. But the truth is, how do you manage? And you're a family woman.
Yes. Yes, I am married. Two kids, Tayshawn and Javier. Tayshawn is in grade 8 at the Manchester High School, and Javier is in grade 4 at Knox Junior School.
Okay, very good. So tell me now, we are a few, what we are, 2 or 3 weeks away from Girls and Boys Championship.
Yes, about two and a half weeks.
Okay. Now let me ask you this question, Megan. Growing up, and even now, in my view, maybe you can correct me, you are out there in the field. What challenges, if there are any, what challenges do you face in a male dominated job as a coach? Because very few female coaches do we have.
Well, where challenges are concerned with going up against male coaches, I don't think I have any coach or will speak volume.
Yes.
So I don't really have challenges in terms of going up against other coaches. I operate just like the other coaches would, male coaches on a whole. So I
Yes.
don't really face any challenges where that is concerned. And I have very good coaches, male coaches. We are very good friends, most of them. So and we support each other. So I don't really have any major challenges where that is concerned.
You have never had a coach, a male coach, who have even said to you, listen, this is not your type of work. You don't come behave as if you want to outdo us. Nothing like that.
Never.
Wow.
Sometimes I operate as if I am a male also. So um, maybe that's the defense mechanism that I use to block them out. Even if they have that in their thoughts, that would never come out.
I'm afraid I am Megan. Listen, I'm sure I'm gonna get at least two male coaches here, before the championship, and I'm gonna ask them about
Yes,
you.
yes, you
I'm
can.
gonna ask them about you, but trust me.
Mm.
No, Megan, What's the size of the complement of your team? You have given us a number, but let's break it down to girls first. How
All right,
many
for the
girls do you have
girls.
in your team?
All right. Going into champs, no, because I have to break my team. I had to cut the squad going into champs. Because for me, I focus on quality, not quantity. So I went through the performances throughout the season,
Yes.
and I look at what I have in terms of quality and in terms of the performance that these girls can go out and put on against the top schools that we have to face at champs. And really and truly, for me, if you cannot pass the first round at champs, I don't really think it is necessary for you to go to champs because you would have gone to several development meets, and I would have done an assessment on the performances, and I would have known the persons who have improved and the ones that are joking are not putting in enough work. So what I have done is to go through the whole performance, look at their ranking on the ranking system, because as you would know, how ISA, the whole thing have changed since COVID-19. At one point you would have selection where the schools or the coaches would select their top two athletes from school using the A standard or the B standard.
Right.
Since COVID, they have changed that to the ranking system. So you would have the top 48 for this event or top 32. And if you don't fall in that category, it's really hard for you to just go to champs, run for a day, and then that's it. You'll be there for the whole 5 days, not doing anything. So for me, it's quality over quantity. So I have around 12 girls, 12 around 12 girls and 9 boys going into champs, and they're quality athletes from where I sit.
Megan, how do you motivate those student athletes who have been training from last year, and for some strange reason they're unable to make that top, and at this time going to champs they have been scratched from the list? They must
Well,
be
I
heartbroken. How do you talk to them? How do you get that into their heads now?
Well, what I actually today was this evening we did the cutting of the team. Actually, they knew from September. I have been talking. I've been giving them the information in terms of qualification, so they would have known from that time that if I'm not running this time at X time, I will be cut from the team. And then again, I have some young ones who really have not developed as yet. And you have to look at their training age and the whole chronological age. Some of them
Okay.
have not developed yet. So, what I have done this evening was to sit down and talk with them and explain the whole process, and also have them express how they feel, and I motivate them and tell them that they have a lot of years to come because they're 12 and 13-year-old kids. And next year, September, they can start training from probably early August, put in some extra work, strength work, and all of that stuff. And they will be ready for next year. Next year, they will be the ones on the bus with the others. So and I don't think they're demotivated. It's just that you have to have them let them understand the whole process of this whole ranking system thing.
Okay.
So because for me, if it was like before where you have the A standard, where you use the
Right.
standard, you use the first, your top two, all of them would be going. The whole 30 plus would be going. But because of how it is right now and the level of competition, it is no joke out there. So it's hard to you for you to go
Last Megan for a few
motivate
words. Okay.
and and they will be ready. They are motivated because they would have seen the performance of their teammates, especially over the weekend, where we have Kishe Rowe and Tabarel and Ali K performing to the max over the weekend. And I think they get some form of motivation from that, from their teammates' performance, and they live really good with each other, and they respect each other for the most part. So they understand the whole process.
Coach, I must say that's a good way of motivating your athletes. And I suppose that goes right across to the boys as well, right?
Yes, right across the board. Yes, because as for the boys,
Okay.
really and truly, the boys, as I said before, these boys, um, we haven't had any track team for the last 4 years. So they would have missed out on class four, class three, most some of
Wow.
them class two. So in terms of their training age, it is lacking. So they haven't done much training. This is the first time most of them have been doing any form of structured training. Probably they would have run at primary school or basic school, and that was it. And then they come right into the high school system where there wasn't any team for the boys when they get there. So I was a little bit more lenient on the boys based on their circumstances.
Okay. Always, man. The ladies always lean into the boys, but I hope I hope that's a good one and it works. No,
Yes,
the athletes that you're expecting to, well, yes, you're expecting all those athletes that you will bring to the championship to do well. But there's one Miss Rowe. That's the name I know coming out of Alphansus Davis. Is she
yes.
your top athlete?
Yes, most definitely. She is one of my top athletes. And we have several in class three also. So, but Kishe is above, a cut above the rest, where performance is concerned. She's a workaholic, and she deserves to be where she's at this moment. And there, I think she has a lot more to give before she leaves Alphonsus Davis.
Is this her last year for championship?
Yes,
All right. I think I've seen her. I don't remember which year, but I think she won her 800 meter. She was a gold medalist at 800 and silver medalist at 1500.
mhm.
Um, what is her chances this year? What are her chances this year for both events?
Wow. Um, she have her chances is way up there in terms of the times that she have been running, and she keeps on improving each meet, and she's learning how to control her races, how to adjust to the competitors that is in her race. And I think she will be one of them that will be on the podium for this year champs. Based on the time that she ran in the 800 and the 1500, she's definitely going to be a force to reckon with, and her confidence is way up. It is as tall as mine.
Wow, that's double.
So yeah,
That double up. So she's the one to beat.
yep, mm-hmm.
She's the athlete to beat for the 800 and
Yes,
1500. We are
yes,
looking forward.
yes.
Is there
Mhm.
anyone else? I mean, it's not easy to call all the 12 girls' name, but in terms of experiences
Yes,
and your performances over the past couple of meets and so on. Is there anyone else that you expect
yes,
to get some?
yes. I think we have two class three ladies in the likes of Ali K. Reynolds. She was second at the character trials also,
Okay,
and she has improved significantly over the past couple of weeks. She ran 2:14 in the 800 under 17 yesterday, and her best time before yesterday was 2:21, and she dropped a whole 9 seconds We have also Tabriel Williams. I think she's in the top three in the on the ranking system
Okay.
for the 800. She has a 218. And Ali K is also in the second position for the 1500 also. And they are first year class three ladies who are dominating the middle distance in their age category. So they should be on the podium also when we get to champs, all being well. I also have Samoya Bailey. Samoya Bailey, she has improved so much. Um, she was in the finals of the 200 meter under 20 yesterday also. So
Okay.
she should be in the finals at champs for the 200 and the 400. And I hope she's listening to me right now. We also have Shanika
Man,
Lindsay. Um, yeah, go ahead.
this coach not easy, you know, man. I-
Yes, so I'm calling them out.
yes.
We have
I hope
also
it,
Shanika Lindsay.
mhm.
Um, she's running the 2-4 also. She's a first time runner. She's
Yes.
also a last year class three, but she has improved also over the season, and we are looking forward for her to produce great things too. Carlin Temple also in class one, and she's right there with Kishe Rowe. She didn't run at the trials this weekend, but she has a lot to deliver come champs. And then we have the other girls who are trying, and I am hoping that they will deliver come next couple of weeks time.
Okay, very good, very
Mhm.
good. Hey, I'm looking forward to see Alphonsus Davis on the track. I will not forget that. Is it gold or yellow and black? It's gold.
Go, yes,
All right.
gold and black.
So that
Yes.
gold and black, and
Mhm.
let me tell you the truth. As a countryman, I like when the so-called country schools do well. What I noticed though, it seems as um you perform very well in the middle distances.
Mhm.
Is that your pet event as a coach?
Yes, yes, yeah, for the most part. But what I have been doing is right now is to try and get more knowledgeable about coaching the other events, and I have seen where it is bearing fruit because I have, as I said before, 200 meters. Samoya Bailey, she finished third at Central Champs in the 200-meter finals. So I think that's a big plus for us.
So tell me now, as it relates to the boys,
Mhm.
what
All right,
event you're strong in with the boys?
all right. For the boys, we have for the events we have 815, and also I have one boy, Daniel Francis, who ran 50 points at Central Champs in the finals. And I think he can go much faster come champs, all being well. Jefton Campbell, Jerry's Brooks, and those boys. Those are names that you guys will have to look out for. They, as I said before, they are new to the whole track and field, but they are boys that have whole track and field. It's a new experience for them, and it might be a little bit um, what you would say something that they are not used to in terms of taking to the different track meets would have helped them great running in crowd and with the level of competition. So I think they will perform to the best of their abilities.
Very good, very good. All right, let me take a few from the chat. I have missed quite a number of them. And so let me see how it goes. So RR, and I must say to you, Miss, is this class monitor. He's always here, but I realize that misbehaving. I don't know if I should strip him of the badge. But he's saying, greeting Piba, saw the meet. Squad mate rather, and Captain Sadi. Respect RR. Rocks JM. That's my coach, of course. People, remember, if you want to say something, if you want to ask a question live, the chat is the link for the chat is actually posted in the chat or the link for the session. You could join it, come on and say your piece, and you can go. All right. So again, Silver, this is a whole other breed of human. My God, what a description. Color RR is saying that color blue, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate to the world. And I think you know the color blue is talking about.
I know.
Megan to the world. I think um, Lynn Wilson is your sister. That's right. If I got it right.
Yes.
All right. Don't expose your formula too much, coach. That's coming from RR. But I don't ask her anything about formula, my boss. You have to put her on it. You make sure you put your on your guard from now. I won't get into that. RR. Don't worry.
Right. No, we can't go
Don't
into
show
that.
it. Yes, Silver's answer. Don't show your formula that much. There might be rivals. Let me tell you something. I'm not too sure about formulas right now because if you notice, all the athletes are participating among each other right now. So, I mean, I don't know how much you can hide, but that's
Yeah.
very important. Mr. Lee, pick up yourself, Mr. Lee. Good night, Saudi and friends. Thank you very much for joining again, Mr. Lee. RR, Homewood is a friend of this channel. What are you saying, my boss? Elbow calf. Shh. I think I want to ask you a question, Rehomo, but I'm leaving it out for later. Shanika Lindsay, you coach, I see you. Shanika Lindsay, you called that name earlier.
Yes.
One, two, three, Mr. Lee, up, bro. All right, Muscle Man. I tell you, that is my coach. All right, Muscle Man. That's true, Sam Silver. Rivalry is the team. Oh, is the team's gender? Is that so? Rivalry in there, the team's genders. All right. Thank you. Shanika Lindsay is the best coach ever. Love you, coach. Nice. Take care of yourself, Shanika. Make sure you do well and make sure you get as much sleep as possible. The show will not last for too long, Shanika, so you can stay the course. All right. So this is Chandri Dunkley saying best coach. Stacy and Graham, big up coach Copeland, proud of you. All right, Tavian Thompson, wow. RR, too much info. No man, should I give out no info? Where RR go a bit, man? RR, you want to mash up my show tonight, Be careful, no RR. You want to mash up my show. What too much info coach giving out, man? Come on, man. Silver is saying that the info is a bit much here. Let me tell you, and the little info on the athletes. Remember, this is not like football where you can step out and mark out a player. No, sir. Everybody have to go out there and run their game.
We answer the question that is asked.
Exactly. And I'm not going too deep. But it really just shows how amazing Miss Copeland is, an excellent, strategist. Yes, she is. Trust me. I learned a lot about her before she come on this. I have to do my own research. If you notice what I call her, she's the best top female coach, no doubt about that. Finally, a female coach. All right. Many more to come. I don't know if they'll be as good as this one here. She's a top coach, so we have to get her right. Mr. Lee, principal push open the envelope. All school want to dethrone Edwin. That is true, but I'm not too sure that Coach Copeland right now have that in mind.
No.
I don't sure. Based on the
we don't have the depth for that.
Right. But she's participating and allowing her athletes to grow, which is very important.
Holding our own.
Of course, and that's good. So, Paulette, yes, Daniel, you can do it. Mr. Lee again. Can't wait for our first female coach for the boys and girls championship. I don't think this is not her first time, Mr. Lee, but I think she will, a matter of fact, amount quite a number of points than last year. She was in the low 20s in terms of points last year, and we'll get into that. So hopefully, yes, exactly. So Adonai Brown, big up Miss Copeland, big up, good job. Damian Hines, big up to the lady. Blessed to all, respect Mr. Hines. You see how the people them can chat, miss? Why I can't see so much chat? Coach Megan, where did you attend school? That's coming from Mr. Lee. Answer that one fast.
High school?
Yes,
The Homewood Technical High
but
School.
when I hear me dying child, man, I wanted to ask you a question about Homewood, but
Mm.
now you say Homewood. The truth is, Homewood has been doing well in the past couple of years. Edwin Allen has hit them off their pinnacle. Did you learn your coaching or your, what would I say, your interests from Homewood?
Um, in terms of coaching,
Mm,
not necessarily. What happened? Well, I went to Homewood Technical. I did some form of track and field at
okay,
Homewood, and then I went to GC Foster for 2 years, and then I transferred overseas. That's where I went to college, Augustana University. And after I finished university, I came back. I got a teaching job at Spalding. That was um, 2005. And actually, because I did the track and field and I love track and field, um, the then vice principal asked me if I could help out with the girls' team. And I did not hesitate. And from working with the girls' team, I realized that there is much more. So what I did, I went and I upgraded myself. I went and do several coaching courses where track and field is concerned, IAF
good.
coaching courses, all the different courses, that program writing and all of that stuff. So from um, getting all of those information based on the courses that I would have done, I have learned the whole art of coaching. I I specialized in middle distance when I was doing the IAAF course, and from there I took on the whole aspect of coaching from a different level. Um, and my work would have shown approval since 2012 because I started coaching Simaya Campbell when she was in um,
Okay,
class two, last year of class two.
yes,
That's when I got her, and that's where we started. I started because when I got her, she was a sprinter. She said she was a sprinter. She used to run the 1-2. But I told her, based on what I have seen, the whole body structure, the whole running cadence, her own whole cadence. I told her that we're going to try a different event, and that's where everything went down with Simaya Campbell. And after leaving Spalding High, she left running 2020, her final year. And I only got to work with her for 2 years because her time would have finished at high school. So she would have
okay,
missed out class three, most of class two, all of that stuff. And she went on to making the national team, going to the Olympics, going to the World Championship. And she's a student of, or a past student of Spalding High. So um, I basically think that having the knowledge, going out and getting yourself qualified and more knowledgeable about the whole coaching aspect, that's where I think I would have learned everything from, and getting the experience making the national teams, going out on teams, and all of that stuff. Yep.
big deal. Oh,
Yeah.
I would say big deal. KFC,
Yes.
you're a big deal, Coach Francis. You're more Coach Francis.
Oh.
Sorry about that, Coach.
I like
Coach,
that
man.
though.
And the reason why I
That's
now
a
have
big name.
yeah, man, I have a conversation with Coach Francis this evening. So I hope that the conversation we have will materialize. But Coach, how
Mhm.
many other female coaches around right now in
Or
Jamaica that you can, who
yes,
are who are in the light like yourself, going to boys and girls champions and so.
yes. Well, we have Camille Ennis. She's the coach of Lacovia High School. She's a good coach also.
Okay.
And Miss Gibson. she was at Vera and she's now at Stets. They have produced um, good athletes also. And Coach Osborne, she's at Woolmer's Boys now.
Wow.
So we have several female coaches
All right.
here.
That's so good.
Mhm.
Who is or who was your mentor? Who did you emulate really as a coach?
Mr. Maurice Wilson, the one and only Wilson at the GC Foster College, principal coach of Spring Tech, our
Yes.
past coach at Homewood Technical. Yes, and also not to leave out Mr. Edward Hector. He was one of my he was the first coach I had when I just started Homewood Technical.
Okay.
Um, yes, and we have to show respect. And as you would know, he would have passed a couple of weeks ago. Mr. Hector,
Yes.
big up yourself.
Yeah, man, for real, for real. And people, I really want to say this because I said before, I have not known many female coaches out there. When I was in the high school system, I used to be out there in the track and field world myself. I wasn't a coach. I was trying my own little thing, but the fact that I was able to see the progression of Mrs. Wilson Copeland, it really drive me. And Miss, I might say to you that I have been trying to get some words from you for maybe about a week and a half now. And it's just that I never remind my source. And so I am happy. And people, I want to say this. She confirmed just midday. So I am so happy that she, you know, did that and accept our invitation. You hear how she graced us, ladies and gentlemen. So much to say and so much to know about this top coach in Jamaica. Real top coach. Now, the fact that the middle distance has been your pet event and more so the stronger athletes in your team, what I have noticed, and you mentioned Morris Wilson there. What I have noticed is most of the school in this in the neighboring parishes, Clarendon, Manchester, who did well or were doing well at champs, they started out, or maybe the middle distance were their very best events in boys and girls championship. I don't know if you realize that or if you look past that. But is it a situation that this area, because Clarendon, Frankfield is close to Spalding, and also I'll say
Yes.
close to. So is it that the hilly terrain would have assisted you in preparing your student athletes to go for the middle distances?
Well, yes, I should tell you that based on the whole atmosphere here in the central region,
Uh-huh.
Homewood Technical, Edwin Allen, Spalding High, based on where these schools are located, it is cool. We have clean air, oxygen is clean. We don't have a lot of smoke or buildings where you give off a lot of um, the oxygen on a whole is good for, and the training environment is good here in the central region. And so and as you would know, it would be better for middle distance runners to train the altitude also. And it it shows that most of the athletes from this part of the country would have performed much better than those in Kingston. And when you look at, we do have athletes in Kingston that in Kingston schools that perform well, but if you would know that they are from the country area, athletes from country that move into to town for
Yes.
the most part. But yes, the whole oxygen level in the country area is best for middle distance running. And so Belfield High School, you would have seen they have a lot of
Yes.
good distance runners. And I just think that that contribute to the whole development of the athletes, middle distance athletes. Yes.
You when you mentioned the central area, what
Hmm.
just came to me is that for a number of years now, a matter of fact, from I can remember,
Hmm.
all the girls champions are from
Central.
Central.
Hmm.
Isn't this a wonderful thing? And it seems like it won't change for
Yes.
now.
Right. And there are several good coaches here in the central. The top coaches are from the central region where the girls are concerned. The best coaches are from this area: Homewood Technical, Edwin Allen, Spalding, Vertec, um, surrounding schools, and even Heidel, as much as Heidel is
Yes. But
in yeah, but
Idle is in the
they're
central
located.
the
Yeah,
central
they run
region.
in Central. Yes, so
Very
all those schools are very good coaches,
yes.
top
All right.
coaches.
People, you hear that, and my God, this chat is bubbling. I wish somebody could just get the stream and say a few to kind of help me out and do me do less reading tonight. But that's how it is. That's how it is. Kirk Wilson, got through my sister. All right, my boss. Big up your sister.
Big up
Yes,
my brother. That's my baby brother.
is that so? Him have any,
Yes.
him have any athletics in him bone?
I should think so, but he's more of a um academics guy. He's a lecturer at the UTech. Yes. But his
Okay, all right.
children will bring on the whole. They will take on the whole athletic thing. Anything that he didn't get to do when he was in high school, the little ones are will bear all of that. Hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Good, good, Kirk. So, Mel will big up Mrs. Copeland. That's the way to go in only female top coach. Kimon Campbell, coach, proud of you. I'm sure coach is proud of you girls too.
Yes, and I must say, Kimon Campbell, she was one of my top athletes at the Spalding High. Also, she's now at the University of Louisiana, in Monroe, Louisiana, Monroe. She was one of my athletes on the record-breaking medley team. She ran the 800 leg
Wow.
on that medley team, 2017. Big up Kimon Campbell,
Kimon,
my prize position.
I tell you, that's a wonderful achievement. And so,
Hmm.
I tell people, listen, as teachers, that's where we get our reward. When we see our students, our athletes really go to the highest level and
Yes.
perform. So, Kimon,
Hmm.
big up yourself as well. All right, Pamela, big up Miss Copeland, my son. Well, yes, you have said that your son is a part of the team. Good parents. Now stop say that. RR. Up Miss Copeland. We will be cooperating. I wonder what kind of cooperation you're talking about. Sophia Parchment. Mr. Lee. So best coach that's coming from Miss Parchment. And Mr. Lee saying, I will be cheering for you and your team, coach. Hello,
Thank you.
Mr.
Thank
Lee,
you, Mr.
Mr. Lee, I'm a
Lee.
bridging, but I afraid him a look because apparently film team now say nothing in a chat. Mr. Lee, tell me how your team are going to do a chance here, sir. Tell me how your team stay. Well, I mean, if your team, your school is not doing well, it's good to join with another one. So, yeah, man,
Mhm.
continue to cheer with her. We will be cheering on with her as well, even though you know where my heart is. But it's not a challenge.
And
So,
where is that?
uh, I'm going to hold on for now. I don't want to break the spirit right here. Well, it's one of your neighbors. Edwin Allen. So
Okay.
I'm a past student of the Edwin Allen High School,
Okay.
but we love our own neighbors and country school.
Yes, we
I'm
do.
sure I'm sure Coach Knight give you a lot of support too.
Yes, man. We're good.
Okay, so that's how it is. All right, so Debbie Wilson, I Wilson, I'll follow up my show tonight. Pick up yourself, my sister. God is good. Like up the channel, people. That's RR. Yeah, man, people, give me some more likes, please and thanks. Give me some more likes right now. Silva, Miss Copeland is the coach that will sit down for any amount of time to talk with the team and motivate us, right? She even does her very best to make sure we know what to do in our racing categories. I'm sure that's very good, Silva, and I hope you make her proud. Make sure you carry out those instructions to the best of your ability. Big up, my little sister, Mel Will again. It's just Lisa, best coach. Who like Miss Copeland? Like and share. The principal serious. He will cut the show short, youth. Hey, listen to me, monitor. You know. If you continue like that, we are gonna cut the show start. Let me check the likes while I go on in this place because people may need at least 5 more likes right now. Or give me 3. 3 I will satisfy right away. So if you don't like the channel yet or the show, hit the like button. Blessed. Thank you for those like signs or symbols coming up from Silver. So mix up coach. No man, nobody going to that. You the man asks if I mix up Coach Francis. Me don't understand what you're saying, no. Oh no, mix up thing, you know, sir. Me not get into that. Big up yourself. Big up yourself, coach. Whoa, Orlando Higgins. Special greetings to my coach. All right, so get a mail and big up our coach, right? Mr. Lee, we glad to have you on the show, coach. Trust me.
Thank you.
Mr. Lee, yes, man. Thank you very much. And so well done. Denise, Dallas Harris. Blessings, everyone. Dallas Harris is our own PIBA chairman from Edwin Allen. The past Edwin Allen Ballers Association people from Edwin Allen. Dallas Harris, the chairman. Silva, the other teams might be hard, but Team Alphansus can be harder. Hello, man, you run yourself in a trouble, you know. Them lyrics, they're too much. You hear Silva. The other teams might be hard, but Team Alphansus can be harder. I like that. Denise, big up Coach Megan. Mr. Lee, I did with laugh.
Thank you.
All right, continuing the good work, Coach, and more blessings, my friend, coming from Karen Davis. So back to it. So much for the chat, people, and I really plan not to have you too late, Miss. But you know it goes. So,
that's okay.
Miss, last year you finished, was it 40 with 23 points?
Yes. Yes. Go ahead.
What do you think? All right, give me your predictions for this year in terms of where you want to finish. We understand how things may be based on your compliment, your team, and your performance.
Mm-hmm. All right. Last year I took only 7 girls to champs, and we got 23 points because we were coming out of the pandemic.
Right.
We were unable to recruit girls from the different classes at school because the students weren't coming out as they normally would. So we wouldn't have seen any new students at class and so forth. And some of the parents weren't allowing their students to join any team because of the whole, as you would know, the whole COVID-19.
Right.
So we got 23 points from those 7 girls, or probably about 5 out of the 7 girls. This year, I will not speak about the amount of points that we will be getting, but I must say it will be more than that 23 because we have quality in our team this year, and we have a little bit more than the 7 girls. So just look out for us. And
Coach, you started out
doing well.
Mm-hmm. You started out very brave, and I did allude to the fact that you're a brave coach, but you don't want to get into that aspect of it. You don't want to say that you know I'm looking forward to 40 points this year.
Well, in 2018, I took 12 girls, and we finished 9th overall. 2017, 9th overall with 54 points, And
Wow.
I think we have the same quality like back in those couple of years ago. So um, I'm not, as I said before, I'm not going to put a number to it right now, but in terms of the quality that we have, once these girls and boys show up, they are going to they produce the points that we will need to finish in the top 10 or so forth.
You know, I have not followed much of the development meets this year, but
Hmm.
from all indications, what I have noticed, I've seen a lot of changes. I've seen Edinal lost central champs, and
Hmm.
I'm not sure that is anything to go by. Moving into girls and boys championship would have been
Hmm.
some level of loss, yes, and Heidel
Yeah.
may actually be motivated. The truth is though, the developed meets that were held, up to this point, are you satisfied with the way the meets are run, or the date? Sometime I believe that two meets may fall on the same day. Are you satisfied with the development meets going into boys and girls championship?
Um, to some extent, I what I thought about a couple of days ago, I was looking back and I was looking at the the amount of meets, the number of meets that they would have per week for the
For the
development
development, yes.
track meets, and I think it is convenient for the most part. You can choose the meet that you want to go as a coach based on what you are working on with your athletes. So if you already see your 4-8 runners or your 8-15 runners compete this week, they wouldn't have to run in another meet the following week because you would have known what you have seen, what you need to work on, and so forth. So I am okay with the meats, and it's good that you have a variety because variety is the spice of life, and you can choose. And as coaches, we need to manage our athletes as best as possible. So not because you have several meets every week, you have to show up at all of them.
All the
You just
meets.
have to choose the ones that you need to look at your athletes in. So that's it from me.
I've always wondered. I've
Mhm.
seen Homewood. Matter of fact, very few of the central schools have the track, the real track, to their disposal,
Synthetic track.
the synthetic track. Now
Mhm.
tell me, coach, how do you get your athletes? The fact that the train on the dirt or the grass, and I'm not sure about where you train and your surface. What is the difference? How do you get these athletes to perform on that track, knowing that the track they train on or the field is, almost to nothing, if you ask me. That's my view. Tell me.
Well, well, my track at school, because we do all our training at school, apart from when we do like hills or road
Yes.
run. Um, our track at school is in a not so good condition, and it's a 270 to 280 track. So you have to be measuring and marking out every day um, to see
And
based on what your program is, dropping cones and all of that stuff. Um, well, it is not as good as other field, but what I have done is to let the athletes know that we have to make do with what we have, and I think they accept what they have and they do their best with what we have. So if anybody out there listening and you feel like you love Alphonsus Davis so much and you love your track team, and if you want to resurface our track so that we can have better grass and better surface and widen the field to even 300 meters,
we would accept that gift right there.
People, you know, that's an advertisement, and I can't charge her for that, but most definitely, it's a good one. And I will echo her sentiments, people. Those corporate Jamaica NGOs from the Spalding area, as far as Mandeville, there are a number of past students, I suppose, who have gone through Spalding High and decided to move on. They have done well. Please just remember that little token. It don't have to be a lot. As they all saying that one cocoa full basket, and
Mm-mm.
we all support that because without a good feel or a good pitch or a good
Yes.
track, our athletes will not be. I
Hmm.
mean, they can be successful because we have seen that, but it takes more time
Yes.
than what we expected. So again, and that leads to a question that I had for you. But guess what? Our good friend Mr. Lee asked the question, and I will just read it. So this is the question: what is the support like coming from the school and the community for your team?
Well, I can't speak for the community because but I can speak for the school.
Yes,
The principal and yeah is a very supportive principal of the sports, and not only track and field, every sport that we take part in. And I'm speaking as the head of the department of sports, PE and sports at Alphansus Davis. Mr. Henry, Mr. George Henry, big up yourself.
big up yourself, George.
Support us wholeheartedly with the sports in our school, especially track and field, because he is
He's
a
a
past
tracksman.
track athlete, yes, and he loves it. He loves it, and he goes above and beyond to help us to get what we need
Right.
for the team. The school doesn't have much, but what they have, they give it to us. And I really appreciate that. And we have to give them kudos for that.
So you're actually saying that you don't know of any assistance coming from the community per se. Well,
Hmm.
I'm sure after this show, or at least for the next season, the community will
From
come on
right.
board.
No, I don't.
The parents are here, the athletes are here. They will echo the
I do hope
sentiments
so.
as we go along. And, I continue
Yes,
to
parents are,
champion
big up
that.
my parents. My parents are
Yeah.
very supportive.
I figured they are here. They are saying it
Hmm.
and they continue to big you up. All right. So, Mr.
Hmm.
Lee, if you want to put a penny
Yes.
or two in the bucket, I know you are strong that way. Please do. I will get you her contact and then you can make your move, sir. Dwayne Delisa, big up yourself, Auntie Megan. I tell you, man, this is like a family show. This is how we love it because Saudichress embraces family. This
Mhm.
is a family show and we continue to do that. So, people,
I know.
yes, of course. And I want to say, well, big up and thumbs up to Mr. Henry. I call him George. I was listening out because I know George is a tracksman,
Yes.
and it would be detriment on him if he have not supported fully the track team. Oh
Yes.
no, they say Pastor Christian
Hmm.
then pick the first. So I figure say track and field will
Yes.
get the bigger pie, you know, the bigger slice of the pie in the
And,
school.
and,
Nothing
and
wrong
then
with that.
football too. Yeah, he supported football.
They support the
People love
football.
football. Is a foot. Sometimes I even say the school is a football school
I'm
because
jealous, you're
everybody
jealous when
run
you say
down
that.
football.
When you
So
say that,
not
when you say
really
that,
the
you're
truth.
jealous.
Football nice. Everybody love
Yeah,
football
man, football is really a vice
all
thing.
over
And
Jamaica, all over
you
the
see the
world.
reason, the thing about football as a sport, as opposed to track and field and so on.
Hmm.
A match, a football match for
Yes.
entertainment will go for a hour and a half or
Yes.
just a bit over. Track and field,
Hmm.
you might have to sit for the whole day watching.
Whole day.
And
Yeah.
so for cricket, basketball is short as well. So I do understand,
Hmm.
in the nature
Yeah.
of Jamaica, football is one
Yes.
of our beloved sports. Megan, we have
Yes.
been going on, for a while now, and
Hmm.
you have not given me any thumbs up like you want to go. I do understand. But Issa, based on the rules coming out of the pandemic and how they structure, Issa tend to, year by year, they shift a little bit. I don't want to say they shift the goalpost, but, as it relates to the rules that you mentioned earlier, I just want to look back at it. Are you comfortable And I don't want you to say yes because that is the situation and you don't have a choice, or no. But do you think the change of rule would have maybe affected you a bit as relates to the complement of your team?
Yes, in some ways, yes. And I I'm not only speaking for myself. Where other school, what other small schools are concerned, because of this whole ranking system, a lot of athletes would have not the the experience to participate at champs and so forth. So that whole ranking system, that whole cutoff point, would have cut many athletes from many schools, especially the small schools. Like before, as I said before, with the standard A and B standard, as a coach in any school, you would have chosen the best two athletes that you have on your team. But now with the ranking system, it's only the top 32 schools, top 48, and so forth. So you would have find out that a lot of athletes would have been left behind. But and then now you could look at it from ISA's perspective. They see it fit that the whole with the ranking system, it would just fit right in with the number of days that the championship would last for. The different rounds also, you don't have that much rounds for some of the events like before. So there's two sides to it, but I kind of lean towards the A and B standard, where other schools or a lot of the other small schools would be able to profit from the using the standard, the A and B standard, A or B standard.
You see, Megan, to be honest with you, I have never looked into it that
Hmm.
way. I've heard about the ranking, I've seen it, yes.
Hmm.
But listening now, I really believe that the ranking system would have actually eliminated quite a number of our athletes, giving them the opportunity to participate
Hmm.
at boys and girls champs. I think things like those, while it might have its positive,
Yes.
I strongly believe that it goes against the athletes more so than the event. I
Yes.
can't see it makes the event any better, because you can't make an event better while the athletes, so to speak, are suffering. And I say that to say it is unfortunate, and I've said it, mentioned it, I asked you the question how you deal with it. But you can imagine, in my own view, you might find one third of the athletes who trained from last year will not make their teams going into boys and girls championship. I think that's unfair. I think that we need a level playing field to have every single child who have the ability to participate. Who knows?
Participate, right?
Maybe that child make a B standard and go on to win
Hmm.
a race. But
Hmm.
that's just, sad to say. And I hope I can
Yeah.
get um somebody from ISA before championship to give us a little view. Let us see if they're really looking into that. I hope that the coaches have been talking much about it in their respective groups or at the meetings,
Yes.
because I'm sure that you're not the only coach or team suffers. But
Hmm.
I will champion that cause as well. So even in
Yes.
football, the different sporting activity, the different rules, I believe, tend to go against our athletes at times.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else have any question, but I have one final question for you.
Okay.
And I want you to be brave. I realize that you're trying to dodge a few bouncers.
All right.
I asked you your prediction earlier. You, you
Hmm.
you said that you want to finish better, which is good. I believe you will. And
Hmm.
this is the one that I'm gonna put to you now. Give
Okay.
me give me your predictions for A, the boys championship,
Hmm.
and B, for the girls championship. Who you think will win, boys and the girls side?
Well,
You're not.
for the
And
girls,
yes,
all right, for the girls, Edwin Allen High School.
I do not do it.
I think Edwin Allen has enough depth to hold on to the championship. And you for central champs, I don't really look at central champs because they are very there's so many variables where the whole central champs, the rules for central champs is not as
Rigid as
for
that as
champs. So
yes, true.
right. So for champs, Edwin for me, and for the boys, Jamaica College for me.
JC.
Those are my teams, JC.
And I'm sure you answered based on what you have been seeing over the past couple of months.
Yes.
I did not hear that last one. You never
Um,
hear your
yeah, I didn't
response.
hear.
I was saying that your response is based on what you have seen at different meets over the past couple of months.
Yes, that's it. Performance wise, and how they manage the different rounds, and the persons they have in the different events um would have indicated that um Edwin Allen would retain the title, and JC would probably um
Bounce back.
take on the and bounce back for this one.
I tell
So
you,
Edwin and JC for me.
very good choice. I
Hmm.
have only my prediction. The only prediction I made on a yearly basis is on the girls' side, and it's
Okay.
Edwin Allen. I didn't predict, and I don't predict because of personal attributes or
Hmm.
love for the school. I just look at what's
Hmm.
happening, and I saw. So my prediction that I had for girls champion this year, I think Edwin Allen will win by 12 points.
Yes.
I will not say who will come
Hmm.
second. I will leave that for another show. But I must say, I'm so happy to have you. We have learned so much. And your presence for this show tonight, I must say to you, you have brought a whole lot of people on tonight. You have given the Saudichress show a big lift, I must say. We have actually garnered over 10 subscribers since night. That's the last time I checked.
Okay.
And of course, look, we still
Okay.
have 20 odd people living in. Over the course, I must say this to you because you deserve to know. We have seen 114 persons who view this show tonight.
Okay, that's good.
One of my best episodes and results.
Okay, great.
Again, thank you. Do you have any last words that you want to say, whether to your athletes, your community, your coaches? You close the show.
Yes, I just want to say all the best for the upcoming championship. And I know that you guys are well prepared, and you just have to go out and put on a show. Go out there with big hearts, because after all the training you have done, you will have to go out there with guts and learn to bear pain, and go out there and stand up and represent your school, your family, and your coach. And for the school community, I just want to give you thanks, my principal, Mr. Henry, for the support that you guys have given us throughout the years and throughout the season. My family, the Wilson family, the One family, the Copeland family, top family, and my parents. Thanks for the support that you have given us throughout the season, this season, and for the next season to come, or seasons to come. That's it.
Thank you very
And
much
thank you
again.
for having me.
You are
Thank
most
you.
welcome. But before you go, let me just complete those left in the chat. So of course, Mr. Lee, yes, he asked about what support from past students. I never see that one. If there is any support from the past students, Mr. Ramai Donaldson, and this man is from Medunalin. If you don't know, you're supposed to know him still, but let me just say it. I wonder if he's here spying or listening out. Good night, Mrs. Copeland and viewers. That's from Mr. Donaldson. Thank you for joining us, sir. Pamela
Good
Jones,
night.
Homewood Miss Copeland. I'm not sure what she mentioned Homewood about, but maybe she's saying that Homewood will win the championship this year. All right,
Okay.
so best of luck to you, Pamela. We all understand. And I will say to you that this year
Mhm.
championship, I believe, will be very, very close on the girls' side because
Yes.
I've seen where
Hmm.
the events are being spreading. They have been sharing among schools because you have a lot of
Yes.
unpopular schools who have one and two athletes will take away some points from the so-called big guns. Again,
Hmm.
I want to say thanks again to you and all the best going into the Boys and Girls Championship. I'm expecting you to do well. I'm expecting your athletes to do well. And I'm also expecting you to better that 14th place. And trust me, when I look at what's happened over the past, especially I watched the Carifta trials, and I think that you will get at least 20 more points from your girls this year. So I'm saying that you will end up with about 40, 47 points. And I hope my prediction serves right. And to your athletes, thank you for joining. Thank you for doing the work and showing the love and respect to your coach. The parents, thank you very much also for joining. The colleagues, the friends, the families, the support has been very good. And I want to invite you to all the other episodes of the Saudichress show, not just because you come on for Megan tonight, but continue to be a part of the family. We have a show Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And on Monday and Fridays, we do sports and entertainment. On Wednesdays, we schedule Wednesday for educational content. So people, see you on Wednesday. We'll have a very, very interesting guest, somebody that every single Jamaican want to hear from based on what is happening in Jamaica recently. And with that, again, thank you very much for your subscription. Thank you very much for the likes. Thank you very much for participating. And I want to say this is where we leave you and hope to see you soon. Thank you very much. Have yourselves a wonderful rest of night. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good
Good,
evening,
good.
everyone.
All
Bye.
right. Bye.